Hey everybody, it's Courtney, Fiber Fox Studios, and today we are doing our Tuesday Tales from the Truck. I am wanting to say welcome if you're a new subscriber. I do have a lot of those. If you're watching, welcome. And to all my returning subscribers and friends, thank you guys so much for checking out my Tuesday Tales from the Truck. So, I don't have a whole lot going on crochet-wise, but I do have some stuff to show you guys. I want to start with one thing that you guys are waiting on for the tutorial, because I'm going to get it out for sure this week. I've got to finish up the description and a little bit of editing on the part 2 of the video, because you guys know I'm like so long on my tutorials. They end up being like multiple videos, but you know, I can't say I miss a step. So I did finally finish the little netting stitch. I don't know what I'm calling it. I finished this. It's a little cardigan. And I did end up leaving the sleeves kind of like belled out where it increased. I don't tell y'all to do that in the tutorial, but because that was a mistake on one sleeve. But I'm giving this to my mom, and she really liked the sleeves like that. So if you are going to do this tutorial and you want it to have a bell sleeve, just increase. And I'll put notes on how to do that, like down in the description. The video won't show you that, but I mean, maybe it'll all just work out that way, because mine worked out this way. But that is that. So it's got a border all the way down and on the sides, and it's super cute. That's the border. It's hard showing this stuff. Y'all are probably like, it just looks like a hot mess. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys is I was a tester for 2 OGs hooking and stitching island style. Antoinette over there wrote her first pattern, and she's doing a tutorial on this particular scarf, and I was a tester along with quite a few other fabulous ladies. So I did finish that. I know I showed y'all like I was working on it, but I did finish her scarf, and I loved working on this thing. I will link her channel down below. I have not checked to see if the tutorial is up yet. I've been like kind of crazy busy, but I used I called it Wells Big, and it wasn't. It was Waterford Big in the color Coral. So I used a bulky yarn to do this, and people were testing it in all different kinds of yarns. But I really liked how this turned out, and that's how the border was on it. Hopefully that's showing where you guys can see. So that is another finished object. And then I have, see, I didn't do this video last week, so it's like it seems like I'm done a lot, but I really haven't done a lot. I finished up this, and this is actually just something I was doing for myself, so I'm showing it, but I wasn't planning a tutorial or anything on this. I did this. It's actually, hopefully if I hold it back like this, can y'all see? It's like a valance, you know, like the little short curtain for my bathroom. So I have, my bathroom has a door going to the exterior. For those of you who don't know, I live in what they call a shabin. So I live in a shed that's converted into a cabin. And I have this door leading, you have to have 2 doors for legally to call it like a livable structure. You have to have 2 doors, so there's 2 exit points. So our second door for our second point of exit in case of like fire or something is in the bathroom, and it is a it's got like 9 window panes on it, but I live out in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by woods and everything, so there is not anyone to like, you know, hide myself from when we're in the bathroom. And the door's on the side where it's like I do my makeup on that side. There's like a vanity and stuff. So, I mean, you know, I'm sure somebody, if they were trespassing, they'd get an eyeful at times. That's their own fault. Because, like I said, I'm surrounded by woods, so I don't really need the privacy. We don't really have like curtains everywhere. We kind of have like some shades that we keep like halfway up all the time, no matter what. So, because there's no one to, like, there's no driving by out there. There's no one's going to be walking around because we own the woods and it surrounds us completely. So, I just wanted something cute to go over the top of that and to keep letting light in. That's why we have that type of door, is to let in natural light. So I did this, and what I've got to do now is just add here on the back side. I've got to add a way to attach this to a metal bar, because when I do the curtains on the doors, they're metal doors, and I'm actually going to do magnets, and that way I don't have to drill into the door, and I'll be able to take it down, just like pull it by the magnet and put this back up when I want, you know, to take it down. I can just pull it down to wash it, and then I can put it back up real easy. It'll magnetize it. So I've just got to do a few things to kind of loop through the piece of metal, and then the magnets don't even get attached because they just, you know, adhere to the metal. Super easy way. Like, if you have a metal door at home and you're trying to think of how can you put a curtain over it, if it's got windows or something, magnets. Magnets and a little metal bar, like a flat bar and stuff. They have them at Home Depot and all that kind of stuff. So that's that. Hopefully you guys like that. It's perfect. It fits, you know, the size I need perfectly. So I did that, and then let's see, I have not forgotten about the granny square, the other option 2 top. I did the bolero. I had to think about that. I did the bolero, right? Is that how you say it? Whatever. I did that, and then I said I was going to do a second top. Well, I run out of the other yarn that I was using on the first project that I did with that granny square that I did the tutorial on. So I've had to pick another yarn, and I picked this, and I don't know if it's gonna show, but there's like sparkly different colors in this particular. This is Lime Brand Shawl on the Ball. So I started working on some of those squares for that. Let me stretch it out so y'all can see. So I'm gonna be making, I think, a little cardigan. I think that was like by popular vote. That's what everybody wanted. So I'm gonna do that. I've got to just get all my squares ready. That will be a tutorial. And then the last thing that I'm working on is this right here. This will, or something with this yarn, will be a tutorial on my channel, but I had started the other day a shawl for my mom. So I've been working on that, and I just found a little stitch pattern diagram thingy on Pinterest. I'm working this way up. So I'm using that Signet yarn that I got in my yarn haul. I only have this much left. I don't know why I was thinking that, like, I could magically, like, make an entire shawl out of, like, what's essentially like 330 yards of yarn that I only have one of. So I'm gonna have to get more. Terrible, right? Like, I'm so devastated. That's how that's working out. It's a pretty stitch pattern. I know some of you have this yarn and you're trying to think of a project and all. If you like this project, if you see this video and you like this project with that Signet Prism yarn, this was the color Vivid, I believe. If you do like this, like the shawl pattern that I'm doing, it's going to be a rectangular shawl. You let me know down in the comments, and that'll be the tutorial. Otherwise, I have another ball that I'm going to play with. And then, of course, like I said, I got to order more. Oh, no. And so we'll come up with something. And that is it for today. Don't have a lot else going on. I do know that my box of yarn that I ordered 2 months ago, and yes, it really has been 2 months ago, I ordered from Holst Garn is how you say it, in Denmark. And I did that after I saw Antoinette over at 2OG's Hooking and Stitch, and she had showed this yarn. She had bought some, and I was like, ooh, let me check that out. So it's like fancy yarn that's cheap. It's like a wool blend yarn. Some of it's like wool and cotton, stuff like that. Well, I got several different types to try it out. It is all thin stuff though, but I got it so I could show you guys, and I liked it. I mean, obviously, like, I'm not buying it just for y'all, of course, but I figured, oh, I'll show you guys. Some of y'all might really like it. Prices on these balls were like a little over $3 US. So, I mean, not bad. The shipping was super cheap. It was coming all the way from Denmark. Ordered it 2 months ago. And since May 10th, it's been sitting in Chicago, Illinois, at their, like, processing. It's coming through the postal service because I picked the cheapest shipping option, of course. And now 2 months later, like whole Scarn shipped it in a very, very quick time. It's just been the shipping itself because of everything going on. So they can't help that. That's not their fault. But it was sitting in Chicago since the 10th, and I've been watching it May 10th, okay? And we're now, it's June 2nd today, sorry. And yesterday, finally, June 1st, it started moving. I'm not a geographer, and I'm not a logistics, like, coordinator of any kind. It was in Chicago, Illinois, and for some reason, it went to Wisconsin, which, like I said, I'm not a geographer, but I'm down south. It's supposed to deliver in Florida, so I don't know why it went to Wisconsin instead of coming to Florida, but that's what happened. So it's on the move though, so that's the good news. It's actually moving. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be here soon so I can show you guys that yarn, and I'll go into detail about prices and what the yarn is and all that kind of stuff for those who might be interested in that. But that is it for today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Please leave me a comment down below. As always, I love to hear what you're working on. If you're interested in any of the stuff that I've shown, let me know that down in the comments. And until next time, take care. Bye.